Hey guys, we're osmvdictionaries.com. This is our video review of the Franklin Merriam-Webster's Dictionary. It's an electronic version. And the exact model for this one is the Bookman series, the model SCD-1870 series. Now, there's a lot of electronic dictionaries out there that's produced by Franklin and Merriam-Webster, and they can get really confusing and clustered, especially if you look on Amazon.com where they have all these product-related searches that pop up once you look at a product that's very similar to this. But there is a rather large gap between some of these products. Now, I'm happy to say that the SCD-1870 series is probably one of the best Franklin Merriam-Webster dictionaries out there. But at getting that really premium feel, that premium really usability, you are going to be dishing out a lot more money than you might be expecting. This electronic dictionary is going to cost around $120, and you can get it at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. If you go at Barnes & Noble, you have to ask the cashier for them to pre-order a unit or to get one behind the covers because it is security locked and you won't be able to access this just by directly going into the store. Now, what makes this product so desirable, there's a combination of factors. Now, typically on electronic dictionaries, the membrane-based QWERTY keyboard is very atrocious. The keyboards don't have any tactile feel to them, and when you press them down, they just feel like pressing air. And it's really grindly, it's really slow and tedious, and typing is just a horrible experience overall, which is something you don't want to be doing when you're doing a lot of research and trying to search up words, and it just takes a lot of time. Now, the 1870 series has a great keyboard. This is actually the same type of keyboard you might find on a BlackBerry or on a QWERTY keyboard-based cell phone. It's very good, it's very tactile, and all the keys have a solid and definite feel to them. As a result, you can type a lot faster than on competing electronic dictionaries. And trust me, I've tested a lot of those, and you can check them out on our website at osmvdxreviews.com. And anyways, they're spaced out pretty nicely. It's a good palm-sized keyboard, and you can use your thumb to basically type around with it too. The design is also pretty cool. It definitely looks like a book. Looking on the top, you have your power on and off switch, and you can even get additional flip covers, which goes into the back, and you can open it and close it like a book, which kind of resembles the fact that this is a Bookman series, so you can add additional storage cards. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's take a look at the software, the hardware first. On the top of the device, you have a monochrome display. It's a very sharp display. Contrast is great. You can see it even in dark conditions. There's no backlight, which saves electricity, but again, you have to use it in a little bit of a brighter scenario. And underneath the display itself, you have access to all your hotkeys. You include 5 hotkeys that are chrome edge and easy to press. When the device is powered on, they change themselves according to the menu and interface. For example, right now you have dictionary, thesaurus, games, learn, and configurations. And below that, you have your QWERTY keyboard that we talked about that was really easy to type on and really fast and responsive and clicky. And also below that, you have your speaker grill for pronunciation guides. You also have a 4-way navigation toggle, again, a speaker for a talking key, which allows the computer to talk and read different words to you that's displayed on screen, a back key, a clear key, a space key, and an enter key. On the right-hand side of the device, you have access to a 3.5mm headphone jack, which allows you to plug in a pair of headphones and then listen to pronunciation and learn different words without it being disturbing your neighbors if you're on a plane or on a train. And you also have a volume control key over here. On the bottom, you have a PC connection slot, and this includes a cable that's included in the box, which allows you to connect it to your computer and sync up different information. On the top of the device, there's basically just this little cord for a optional cover that we talked about. There's an on-off switch. It's easy to press, and it feels very nicely placed. It's easy to use. And on the back of the device, again, it takes your AAA batteries, which is 2 of them. And you also have, again, that reset hole. There's also a power jack in case you don't use batteries, and also the Bookman cards. And the biggest feature of Bookman cards, it basically adds additional features. Like what a cell phone would use, a micro SD card in order to expand their memories. These devices will use these Bookman cards in order to add additional functionalities. For example, if I wanted to add some SAT vocab words, I could buy a Bookman card that said SAT vocab, and then I can put it in there, and suddenly my device will be able to have more words. So it adds functionality, it adds features, which is very cool. You can even get them for different games, word games, and it's pretty nice to use. But this device isn't just a great screen, a great keyboard. It also has a lot of features in here that you don't find on every electronic dictionary. Namely, you also have, again, SAT word focus, and you also have plenty of games that will keep you entertained while practicing your vocab and grammar skills. Now, this is a direct interface, which you will get when you first turn on the device. It's basically asking you to enter a word for the dictionary. So if I wanted to search something, for example, astonished, I would again type that up really fast, and it's really responsive. And I would press enter, and then it would come up into the dictionary itself. You can see it's very fast and responsive. Again, the screen is easy to see under direct sunlight, and you can scroll down and see all different definitions. If I wanted the dictionary to actually read the pronunciation to me, I can press again the speaker button, and it's going to read to you. I'm going to take this closer to the microphone and show you.
Astonish.
And you can see that it's pretty accurate for the most part in terms of pronunciation. In order to go back, you have a few options. You can either press clear, which clears up the entire device and brings you back to the interface to type. There's also a back button, which allows you to go back to the search screen, and so that you will be able to go back to the word, and then going back again will erase the word letter by letter, so you can type something new. Pressing clear just completely clears the entire screen. So other options include a thesaurus, which you can press on that, and then you can enter a word for a thesaurus. It's basically self-explanatory. The word bank is very large. So far, I haven't found any words that I couldn't find with this device, which is really impressive. Again, there's games on here, which you can press that. A few games includes Anagrams, Hangman, Jungle, Letras, Letter Poker, Word Blaster, and Word Builder. And they're all very fun to use. You can even go down, I believe, and there's more. There's Word Deduction, Word Dozer, Word Train, one player link 4, 2-player link 4, and that's it. So a lot of games on here. A few of them that I've checked out so far include Letras and also Hangman, which is pretty fun. You basically try and guess a word that the computer has on there, and it tells you to make a guess, and there's a Hangman. There's also animations, like if I wanted to make F, that is obviously wrong. There you go. I'm going to make a few run guesses on purpose, just in order to let the Hangman draw itself. And there you go, it just basically died, so it got hanged. If you win the game, the hangman will walk across the entire screen. So there's quite a few animations that the device can do. So it also opens up possibilities for hackers to get into this device and, again, expand its capabilities, similar to how they expand graphing calculators to play other options. There's a learn button, which allows you to learn my word list, my grammar guides, speaking spelling bee, which practices you for any spelling bees, and speaking bees. You also have flashcards and SAT word lists. My favorite two features here are flashcards and the SAT word list, because they practice you for any college preparation courses. But flashcards are also very cool. You can also, add SAT flashcards, my flashcards. You can be able to create those, and you can also sync them up with your computer, which are both very cool functions and very usable. Taking a look at the SAT word list, if we want to go back on that, it's an extensive list of all the most commonly used SAT lists. It doesn't include every single one of them, but it is really easy to use because it's not just words, there's also definitions. So if I have something like abandon a base, I want to see what that word means, I can press enter on it, and it's going to take me to the dictionary definition, and it's going to show me it means to lower in rank or in office. Go back. And again, everything is really intuitive. The user interface is just really smooth and it's consistent throughout the entire thing, which is good. Configuration includes typing up a word first. There's also the learn button, and you can also go to your grammar guide, which is actually pretty interesting. It actually tells you your part of speech, spelling, pronunciation, the sentence, and then style and usage. So if we press part of speech, it's actually going to load you facts from like a book about the grammar guides, like facts about nouns. If I press that, introduction, it's actually kind of going to act like a book, and you can read through it, similar to how you would read an ebook. So it actually extends this device to actually include some reading experience. It's actually kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see if Franklin Merriam-Webster add some Bookman cards in the back, which allows you to actually read full-text books. So this becomes kind of like an ebook reading device as well. It's a very cool gadget overall. So with all these things said, I think that the Franklin Merriam-Webster SCD 1870 series is perhaps one of the better, or even maybe the best electronic dictionary that's been produced for Franklin and Merriam-Webster, simply because the interface is really intuitive, it's in-depth, and also the word bank is really extensive. Pronunciation is on key, and again, the design is just one of the best I've seen from Merriam-Webster and Franklin, namely because of the screen, which is just great. There's no viewing angle issues at all, and also because of the QWERTY keyboard, which allows me to type a lot faster on this particular model because it's not squishy membrane bound, but it's also tactile keys. It's kind of like, again, like a BlackBerry, which is provides really fast results. So overall, I'm really impressed with this device. You can read our full review or even any additional articles we will post on this on our website at osvtxreviews.com. Thanks for watching this video review.